Hey everybody, it's Liza's Love Tarot, and welcome to a timeless reading. I'm an energy reader. I use tarot and astrology to read energy, but not to be confused with an astrologist or a tarot reader. The difference is the devil's in the details. I'm not going to get too far into the difference, but I read energies. I've been reading energies all of my life, and it's a little bit different than being an astrologer or being a tarot reader. Energies are involved in both practices, but it's all about the tools and the intention and what's being done. That being said, I'm here to read the energy waves. This is a timeless reading, so I'm just here, and the universe is, whoever is coming up to tell me what they need their person to hear or their people to hear. The universe is just letting me know the general message for whomever needs to hear it, and the universe is, going to take care of all of the part involved in making sure who needs to hear it hears it. With that being said, let's jump into today's reading. So we're going to ask the universe, or at least as I was pre-shuffling, I asked the universe to let's focus on somebody, so let's see where they're at in this current cycle in their life and what's blocking them, what obstacles are in the way, so that we can then look at how to remove those blockages, okay? So the first things first that came out was the Six of Pentacles. And of course I looked at that and I was like, well, that's a great card. I love it when the Six of Pentacles comes out, especially in this deck, because it just tells me that this where you're at right now is coming out of a space where previously you felt stifled. You've just felt stuck and stagnant and just, like nothing was working out. Let me grab a sip of water. And if nothing was working, and, that's a very frustrating place to be. Getting that Sixth Pentacle is literally a breath of fresh air. It's like when you do something like, when you're in Five of Pentacles energy, you're doing everything that you can. You're trying this, you're trying that, it's just nothing is working. And then finally something works. And you were given that Sixth Pentacle. And it's just a great confirmation that you're in the right direction. You are headed in the right direction. Of course, it'd be great if you did something and you got 10 pentacles right out the bat, but then you'd have to start all over again, right? Like if you get everything, then I guess you were dreaming small. Getting that Sixth Pentacle is great because it means that you are dreaming big and you're just taking a step in the right direction. So I love the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, for some reason my tongue was getting tight on the word pentacle. But anyways, whoa. So I picked up to show you what's under the deck, right? I guess this is our general energy, so we should keep that in mind. But I wanted to just show you what was the underlying energy of this message, and it was the Knight of Pentacles. I love this one, but this card slipped, and I saw just like this right underneath it. You know how I said there's a message coming in? That you're heading in the right direction. There's a communication of that coming in coming your way. If you haven't gotten the Six of Pentacles yet, it's on its way. Okay, it's coming through a form of communication. So this could mean that you need to put work in, and logical work. Okay, this isn't the time to be too fanciful, to be in the clouds dreaming. Okay, this isn't the part. Let me put it this way. Writers. There are many steps to writing a book, okay? And I'm an author, so it's, there's many steps that go into it, but you can boil it down to some fundamental things. There's the conceptualizing period. There's the period where you just regurgitate everything that's in your mind and put it on paper, pen, notebook, laptop, wherever you put your stuff, right? And then there's the period of editing it, okay? Refining it. I see where I was going. I was just going somewhere so fast, I didn't have the time to really refine it, right? Like when things are happening right in front of you, and you need new tools, you just kind of do with what you can, how you can, and then you go back and you refine it later, right? This isn't the period of time to be conceptual and to be in your head daydreaming about the story. This isn't even the time to start regurgitating things and just do whatever and just put it down as best you can. The Knight of Pentacles says, this is where we're going to refine such thing. You see that line graph coming out of her head and the fact that she's got a Rubik's Cube? This is the time we're gonna start implementing some logic. We're gonna start implementing best tools and practices. We're gonna start implementing our brain, the way in which we think and decode. We're gonna start decoding, okay? We're gonna start noticing trends. Like this isn't just shooting in the dark. This is a lovely space to be in, because when you're here, when the universe gets you into this space, this is when you start fine tuning and fast tracking energy. And with the Ace of Swords underneath it, right? This tells me everything you need to know, because I want to show it to you like this. The communication you're going to get is like putting a crown right there in the head. And instead of having that Knight of Pentacles, this information is what you need to take you to the King stage, okay? Where things are, where whatever you're manifesting starts manifesting itself for you. You don't have to think about it. You know, when they say you make money while you sleep, that's this energy combined. This is, I just need there just needs to be the right communication. This could be the right person coming in, seeking information from you. This could be the right community. Air is a very community oriented card. It could be finding the right community. Either way, this is a Knight of Pentacles, soon to be crowned into the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this is where you're at, and that's beautiful. Let's look at what's driving that energy, and it's divine connection. That's what I love about this. I love the space that you're in, because look, the Six of Pentacles. We started out with Six of Pentacles, right? You're going to step in the right direction. Don't worry about it. I believe, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the octa something. It's a system, and it's a geometric system, and that essentially plots like the hero's journey. And I think it's 8 different points, and 2 of those points are kind of 5 of Pentacles places, right? 2 areas where things just seem to go wrong. And if you know where things are going wrong and why things are going wrong, you know how to pivot and not second guess it or still be upset when things start going right again, okay? So I feel like you were in that second period of 5 of Pentacles, not the first one. You know what the first one was. It was the one that made you realize that everything was wrong, like that something was really not okay. And the second one was after you started putting in all the work in and doing all the work on your side, holding yourself accountable, you know, really creating some sets of discipline, all of that kind of stuff, right? You were doing all of that. It seemed like things were going great, and then it just didn't. Everything fell apart again. And I'm going to tell you the story like this. Take this as a metaphor, right? You are in a relationship with someone that you like. And it's weird because it hasn't been solidified yet. Nothing's really working out yet, right? But you guys like each other. It's very obvious. But they just haven't made a move. And no matter how many feelers you put out there, because you're like, if this person's not making a move, I don't know if I should make the move, right? You start becoming a little unsure. Then all of a sudden this person's in a relationship with someone else. Oh, devastated. That's 5 of Pentacles. That's your first one. So you go, you know what? I'm going to stop this whole thing. It's a cycle. I'm always interested in people who seem to be emotionally unavailable towards me. So I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to start working on myself. This person comes back in your life, right? And, you know, because maybe they were friends and you just, you know, you're not going to blame them, right? Oh, they're a terrible person because they were interested in me. Maybe they, you know, you've convinced yourself at this point that it was all in your head. So you're just working on yourself. This person's still in your life. As you're working on yourself, this person, you know, they get out of that relationship and they've got their eye on you again. And you're like, hold on a second. I think maybe they were interested in me. Maybe I was just at a vibrational level that we just couldn't connect. You guys are getting closer and closer, and as it's coming to a head, here it goes again, and boom, they ghost you. That's the second 5 of Pentacles, right? Now you've done all this work on yourself, but as they, and here's the difference. You start to see the ghost appear. You start to see the pattern of their behavior, and you start to realize, while previously I was definitely a party to this because I didn't step away, you know, there was something to be learned in this disappointment, right? But the second time, I'm not a party to it because I've made myself pretty clear as best as I could, right? You can only make yourself as clear as the other person is willing to understand. And you know this when you want to tell somebody how you feel or what's going on. You have this massive butterflies, like you're walking on eggshells. Not excited, but like horrified. Like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do it. If you're feeling like that, it's probably because the other person cannot receive the love that you have to give. For whatever reason. They probably, I guarantee you they feel the same way. They just don't know how to process that. You ever feel something and then it takes you a few years to process what you felt? And you're like, wow, I was an idiot back then. I didn't even realize what was right in front of my eyes, right? It's the same thing. They don't mean to not understand. They don't mean to not get it. And because you started doing all that work after that first Five of Pentacles, you're starting to come up to this realization. But you're still in Five of Pentacles because you're still the one who's still not with somebody, right? And not only did they ghost you, but then you find out maybe they're with somebody again. Maybe back with the same person. Who knows, right? Maybe you don't even know at all because you're not even keeping tabs on them at all. But you know that they ghosted. Okay, that's fine and that's dandy because you're making room for something else in your life. And that's where that Six of Pentacles comes in, where now instead of focusing on this relationship, instead of focusing on bettering yourself because of this relationship, instead of focusing on the relationship, you start focusing on bettering yourself for yourself. I'm going to better myself for myself. And then boom, the universe wants to come in and what? Give you some more pentacles to reward you a bit. Now, I know the Four of Pentacles usually looks like greed, but in this case, it's stability. She's sitting on a bed of water here with pentacles, and she hasn't sunk. There's air behind her. There are the stars around her. This is a very balanced card, energetically speaking. It's a balanced card. And so that's what you get when you get into a divine union, is you get a sense of balance. You don't need this other person. I just need myself. What's fueling that? The Knight of Cups. What did I just say? This is just ultimate self-love. And see, when you do all of that, right? When you've got this energy stacked up like this, all backing this particular message, the Six of Pentacles, it's saying if you focus on yourself right now, that's the right path. It's the right trajectory. It's going to bring you into a divine union. You're going to create a void, right? Where you're not entertaining this other person. They can come in and come out as much as they want to, but you're not focused on them. You're focused on you. And that brings you stability. So as they're coming in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out, it doesn't bother you at all. Before that used to flip you, up and down and sideways and this ways, right? We're just using the story of a relationship to kind of understand how this energy works. And this works with anything that comes in and out of your life. It could be a family member. You could have a friend who's on drugs who just keeps coming in and out. It doesn't have to be hardcore drugs, right? It could be something simple that they just get addicted to something. And every time they get addicted to something, they go off, spin out. You're the devil all of a sudden, because you don't want to do all the same stuff. And then they get sober and they come back in and they want to talk to you about Jesus. And you're like, all right. And you buy it for 5 minutes. And then you're like, okay, well, now they're back with hanging out with so-and-so and doing such and such. And then calling me the devil again because I don't want to do those things. And now because they learned a little about Jesus, they're trying to really convince me that I'm the devil. I'm not doing this, right? I'm not doing this with you, right? That's what this card says. I'm not doing this with you because I love myself way too much for that. Way too much. Oh, I had to get some water. What's fueling that? The Three of Wands. See? Moving on to new horizons. I love it. So we're looking at that energy, right? I'm going to shuffle just a little bit. Oof. And I just want to know, what is the energy? We're going to keep this in mind, but I'm going to sit her to the side a little bit, okay? But keep her in mind. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is the overall energy of this reading. It's the overall space of where you're at. You're at the place where you're on the right track and you're getting some movement forward. Now, next, the overall energy surrounding this is the Ace of Cups, an opportunity coming in, but not just any kind of opportunity, an opportunity leading you towards fulfillment. The Six of Pentacles here, let's say it's crossing this, okay? This Ace of Cups is a fulfillment. So these pentacles that are coming in, this real tangible opportunity, this path that you're on is leading you to this. This is the overall energy. The energy surrounding it, and the 3D is it's moving in quickly. So, you may feel something shift. A lot of us who can read energy have been feeling the energy shifting for quite some time now, but right now it's moving really fast. And this particular thing is moving fast for you, whatever this opportunity is, okay? Let's see this energy around the soul of it. is hard work. Someone is focused. This is some focused resolve. I feel like you were in a space where you were resolved on what you were doing. This path, nothing can take you off of it. In fact, I'm going to leave this here now. Nothing's taking you off this path. Let's see what you can't see. Ooh, the moon. There is a secret here. We're going to clarify that in a little bit. I'm curious, but there's a secret. And this moon, the moon in this deck, she's way more secretive than other ones because you can't even see her. The only reason why I know she's there is because the moon is graciously illuminating her for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know this girl's there. That's how dark and that's how deep this secret is. And this could just be something that the universe is giving to you but doesn't want to reveal. This could be a lot of things. We'll clarify in a little bit. And here's the potential outcome of this. Let's see. If we read the moon with the Ace of Cups, you're not going to see this coming. This path, you may not see the fulfillment that's in here, right? That may be a secret. This Four of Cups is an energy of contemplation more than it is stubbornness, okay? It's, I'm not sure. And it's because it's coming in fast. Because it's coming in fast, you don't have the time to see and to check this out, because a lot of your feelings about whatever this is and what fulfillment is, maybe you may still have some work to do in your shadow self to be able to accept fulfillment, right? But it's okay because it's hidden from you. It's something you can't see, but you're still on the right path. So this path could be leading you to having this come up more. And then at the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy that's also pushing all of this is being at the end of something. You're at your wit's end. You have gained a lot. Here, let me show you here. You've gained a lot, but one thing you truly gained, if you see on one of those wands, is the eye of intuition. You've gained an awful lot. You got some cuts, some bruises, some sores, you know, like some slices. You've been sliced and diced. You get what I'm saying. You're a little worse for wear. But you're finished. Yeah, maybe I need band-aids. Maybe I need to get stitched up a little, but I'm done. I did it. Okay, that's what this energy is saying. And I got what I was looking for. And what I need is to be on this path. So let's clarify some of these, okay? We're going to clarify the Ace of Cups. Actually, we're going to clarify the Six of Pentacles first, because I want to see what this is. Whoa. So the Six of Pentacles, this opportunity, this path that you're on, Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. This is the second time we've seen the Knight. This is just a new deck, right? So we've got the Knight of Pentacles clarifying the Six of Pentacles. Meaning you're not only are you on the right path, but you're on a path that you're on the fast track of this path. Remember that I said the Knight of Pentacles? As long as you stay on the path, you get fat. Like there's going to be some communication that comes in. This Eight of Wands, right? It's going to be something that's coming in. And it's coming in quickly. That's that air energy. It's coming in real quick. And it's something that's going to fast track you. Let's clarify this Ace of Cups. I'm trying to breathe in some good air. Ooh, okay, so here we go. Ooh, we got two cards here. Okay, we got the Judgment. So whatever this fulfillment is coming in, it's liberation. Okay, and then we have divine union yet again. We have the Lovers. This is the second time the Lovers has come up in this. And with this divine union, it's the love of yourself. With the Judgment there on the table, the self-liberation, you've liberated yourself. Wow. That's the energy that's surrounding like you right now, okay? And clarifying it. And then we're going to see some of the obstacles that you might be facing. I can already kind of tell what you might be up against, but I want to let the cards unfold. Ooh, I'm getting dried out. Okay, I'm shuffling again. So let's clarify this Eight of Wands. Wow. So far, it's just confirmation. Okay. We've got the Queen of Wands. So on top of the Eight of Wands, crossing the Six of Pentacles, now the Knight of Pentacles, right? We've got this path that you're on is high self-confidence. Okay, this may not be a path that you see physically. This may not be an opportunity or something that looks super physical. And what I mean by that is a job opportunity looks and feels like it's physically there for you, right? You can see, oh, that path, the path trajectory. High self-confidence puts you on a very specific trajectory of yourself, but you can't see it. You can't see what's around the corner for yourself because you are yourself, right? Like just like you can't see yourself, you have to go in a mirror. Well, you have to look in the mirror to see what comes of fruition to this. Hence me, I'm a mirror, right? At this point, I'm seeing what's happening to you as it's being projected to me from the universe. But it's not something that you can actively see in your environment. And that's why it's coming in so fast. The things that come in first usually involve your soul. This is that fire energy with the wands. Then it involves your emotions, then your thoughts, and then it is manifested into the physical, okay? So let's look at what's happening in the soul. And the soul is working hard. And, pentacles in the soul is such an interesting thing because generally the physical does not belong also. Like they're tied together like everything is. But fire energy on earth is usually fairly destructive, right? But it can also transmute things. And so your soul is working hard on transmuting all of this energy. And let's see for what. Because you've come to the end. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to keep going by clarifying this again. Because the Nine of Wands on this tells me it's working hard and it's at the end of something. But for what? For the King of Wands. Okay. Okay. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, so that you never second guess yourself again. Because whatever path you're going on, and they're not telling me, they're like, no, you just need to have confidence. We're at the end of this, well, why? For what? We're at the end of that. Have confidence. Let's clarify the moon of what's hidden. The Queen of Pentacles. This makes a lot of sense. What's hidden is you don't know how, like, absolutely abundant you are. Okay, I had a dream, kind of. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you this because this is the best way to talk about it. You ever played the game The Sims, right? And I was the kind of kid when I played The Sims. It did not matter when I got it. I think, I'm not going to tell you when I started playing because then you'll be like, oh my God. But what I'm going to tell you is even when I played The Sims as a kid, I never played without cheat codes, okay? I was the Rosebud Queen. I didn't work. I just put money in that account and bought everything my Sims needed, okay? They needed food, I bought food. And especially like the recent Sims, you can buy things like that. I just purchase everything. In fact, oh, they're hungry? Not anymore. I just used a cheat code to make them not hungry. Now you can go pet the llama. Now you can go sing some music to the birds. I love the like cottage, expansion pack. I'm a very cottage core bitch. But anyways, the point is that I didn't sit there and let my Sims work and suffer. Like, ew. My Simverse is not a capitalist place. Like, we are not about to do that, right? Like, I utilized that time even when I was a kid. Even as a kid, I utilized that time to wander around and work in a world where all my needs were met. So then my Sim had the free time to learn skills like painting, music, reading. I didn't even let that bitch sleep half the time. You're tired? Not anymore. Your energy's all full. Go learn magic. Go learn this. Go learn that. Your needs are fulfilled. That's a place of liberation, okay? That's where true abundance comes from. Now, imagine my Sim has no idea how abundant she is. Things are just paid for. Things are just paid for. Energy is just there. She doesn't spend her time wondering where it's coming from. She doesn't need to know. She doesn't need to. The moon is saying you don't need to know where it comes from. Why do you insist on knowing where all of this stuff comes from? Need to know basis, right? And do you need to know, or do you just need to trust? And that's what the moon is asking you here. Okay, I'm just adjusting this camera a little bit. Here we go. Okay, that's clarifying with how many cards? 2, but I love them. Clarifying this 4 of Cups energy, this possible outcome, right? Now, remember how we said she's not really like stubborn. She's just she's deliberating, okay? Nine of Pentacles, to clarify. And the Four of Wands. She's deliberating because it seems like it's too good to be true. But I'm here to tell you, underlying energy, Page of Pentacles, it's not too good to be true. You're just a novice at it. You're just new at how this manifestation stuff, okay? You're just new at what this feels like. When the last time in your life did you ever have this much confidence? It either was a really long time ago when you were young, or you haven't had it before. You're new at it. You've come to the end of a journey. You got what you need, but you're new at all of this still. What's underlying that? The Hierophant of being divinely guided. And I just got to see under here too. Not all those. Nine of Cups. I knew it. I knew it. The Nine of Cups. Fueling, and that's fulfillment of the self. Fueling inner guidance. You wake up in the morning and you meditate. But you're new at this. This is new. Look at her. She's working on this. She's working on this. I mean, you know, this could be like some Mai Tai, some yoga, some ancient esoteric practice where you stand on, you stand on a foot, practicing the hangman's pose, gaining wisdom, learning, going through the ropes of having to, put in the work, like what was here in the Soul card, putting in the work, right? She's new at it. So of course you're a little nervous. Of course, when things are working out for you, and things seem to be going fine and they're progressing, because you can't see all of you're not seeing, like, look, the King hasn't come up yet and the Queen of Pentacles showed up in what's hidden. So that tells me this Nine of Pentacles and this Four of Wands, you're feeling a little bit unsure about it. That's where that energy is coming from, because you feel like this. It's there somewhere. But what you see is a Nine of Pentacles, and what you can see is the Four of Wands, and they want you to be grateful. The universe is saying, please be grateful. Let's look at some of your obstacles, okay? Like some actual obstacles. I'm going to use a different deck. I'm going to look at some actual obstacles in the way. Not just perceived, not just the self ones, but some actual obstacles. So you know what to look out for and what to kind of, what you should be working with. So the Emperor and the Priestess. So your obstacles here are the discipline to build the foundation and the discipline to to truly trust your own intuition. Trust. The Moon came in what was hidden. The Moon and the Priestess are one and the same, essentially, okay? Essentially. The Moon is a little bit more far removed. The Moon is a bit more like of a force of nature, whereas the Priestess is a celestial that lives with this force of nature, okay? It's a little bit different. And then you have a step below that, which is the Emperor, who is like a god who lives amongst celestials, who lives amongst the force of nature, okay? It's hard to believe that this is you, but you are a god amongst men. Men are people who are asleep to themselves. An emperor is someone who has awoken to themselves, okay? The Priestess is someone who is not only awoken to themselves, but sees the wisdom in the self, sees that it is wise to be guided by the self. So your obstacles here are to embrace these aspects. You have so many good cards here, so much good energy. You've been through so much. It's time to build your kingdom. Time to build your empire. Don't be afraid of tower moments. Look at this energy back here. You see the tower in the back on top? Like it's a crown, but there's a tower. He's the king of the tower moments. When there's a tower moment for this emperor, which is the Ram of Aries, sees it as an opportunity. An opportunity, okay? See these things as opportunities. See these big changing and fundamental moments as opportunity. The soil is ripe for change. And when the universal soil is ripe for change, that's when you start planting seeds. And you plant all kinds of seeds, and you plant them everywhere with intention and with pure consciousness. If it feels good, you plant it. If it doesn't, then you leave it. It's not your spot. It's not your seed. And the High Priestess is the one who's going to tell you that. The Priestess is the one who's, look at her. She's pointing. She's like, look. Oh, let me show you. Let me use my wand. She's like, look. look, you plant these seeds here. And these seeds, they go over here. You know this mountain range over here? Yeah. Yeah, that's how you know you're in the right place and you start planting your seeds there. Look at her with her mystical ass robe on and all the fucking eyes looking everywhere. And look at this down here. She's got the whole lay of the land. She's like, yeah, I know. Because while you dumb bitches are down there fucking playing, like, fighting sticks and shit like that and arguing over things and falling in love with people who were emotionally unavailable, I was up here watching all of it happen from a very bigger, like a far off perspective. And I can tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay? Please do this. That's what she's asking, and that's what you got to do. Okay, guys, I think that was an amazing reading. Honestly, your guides are here with you, and they just want you to believe in yourself as much as they believe in you. Because remember, when you don't believe in yourself, ooh, the death card just slid out. That's cool. As I tell you this, when you don't believe in yourself, you're not just not believing in you, you're not believing in your higher self, okay? And that causes this to happen, a whole rebirth cycle, because your soul cannot stand to be in a vessel that does not believe in it. So it tries to rebirth you, to get you to a place where you believe in the you that was planted in this ground. Instead of coming up hollow, it wants you to come up, you know, with some sustenance. Know that you were bigger than life. You were bigger than death. You were all of it and everything in between, okay? And none of it all at the same time. So that's the message. If you took something away from this, I hope that it helps you along your journey and along your way. Again, this is a timeless reading, so if it has not come into fruition, save it, check it out later. Or, you know, in the meantime, look at some other videos. But if it did, then I hope you the best, okay? So Godspeed, everybody, and enjoy your time, because you only get so much time, and you don't know how much it is, so you might as well enjoy it. This is Liza from Liza's Loves Tarot, and I hope you have a great one. Like, share, subscribe, send it to a baddie who needs it, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!